gamers. Welcome back. Jim here, and would you take a look at that? It's another beautiful day in another beautiful neighborhood here in Tokyo. Today, we are in the wonderful area of Koenji, which, if you don't know, Koenji used to be kind of like a hot spot, like a hangout area, really popular in Tokyo, especially for its, I guess it had like sort of an international vibe. Lots of international like foods and bars and clubs and cafes and things like that. And it still has a lot of that stuff these days. There's no shortage of places to go to, get some decent food, get something to drink, just have yourself a generally nice time. But today, since it was such a lovely day, and this is actually pretty close to where I live, I figured, you know what, why not? Let's go for a nice leisurely stroll on this beautiful day in this neighborhood, in case you're not getting the theme yet, and go to a local book off, which actually I started at Koenji Station, and the book off was over near Shin Koenji Station, which was a good, I don't know, maybe like 15-20 minute walk. So, again, beautiful weather. So I just said, let's take a nice little stroll. Let's get the camera out and take a look at this nice neighborhood. Which, in some ways, it's very typical of Japanese neighborhoods. Hey, who's hungry? We got some ramen shops, and that's always nice. I thought I knew how awesome ramen was when I was a kid, because I would eat those, the Maruchan, like the brick of ramen, your brick O ramen. Well, coming to Japan and eating like proper ramen from a decent ramen establishment, that's when you know you've really had the good stuff. Anyway, let's just enjoy looking around on this lovely day. Again, Koenji in some ways, very typical of a Tokyo neighborhood anyway, because this is what a lot of them look like. A lot of stuff runs together. You're going to have your little convenience stores, you're going to have your ramen places, and lots and lots of apartment buildings. And the further away you get from the station, the more residential it becomes. I have no idea what's going on in there, but it looks like they'd be open for business or something. And then, of course, everybody's standby, the favorite 7-Eleven, which actually, I'm not the biggest 7-Eleven guy. I mean, it's okay, but if I got a choice in the matter, I'm going to Family Mart, you know what I'm saying? Just better chicken, better stuff overall. But anyway, enjoy the look around the lovely, lovely neighborhood of Koenji. Not to be confused with OMG. Although, you could say, OMG, it's Koenji. Which is nice. Actually, across the street here, I noticed, maybe coming up, but there is a retro toy shop along this street that boasted that they had toys from the 70s, 80s, and 90s. And I did not go in there today, but I will be back later. Actually, I think that's it up there. All the windows were covered in like, I think it was like newspaper or something, but they got Slimer at the door, like a big Slimer. So I'm gonna definitely go back there later, since I know how close it is to Shin Koenji Station, which is only a couple of stops away from mine. But here we are coming up right next to Shin Koenji Station. Here we have the Kokan. Or, I'm sorry, not the Kokan. That's a different thing. Koban. In case you don't know, Koban, also called police boxes. It's kind of like little tiny police offices dotted around the city. That way, if you need a cop like right away for whatever reason, they're usually around. Although, honestly, you're not going to need them for much, most likely. But that was Shin Koenji Station, and we have here another, I didn't stop in here either, but a bakery right next to a book off. That's a dangerous mix. Manga, games, and cake. Just hand me a loaded gun. Why not? Hey, it's a book off express. What's so express about it? I don't know, we're about to find out. I think it's really just a normal book off. Anyway, hey, look, manga, books at a book off. Who'd have thunk it? Yeah, since there weren't really very many games in this book off, per se, and I'm usually a game hunting channel, game hunting kind of guy, I said, you know what? I like a bit of old school manga. I think my audience does too. So let's just take a look at some. We got some JoJo's Bizarre Adventure. They had quite a lot of that. And you'll be happy to know all of this manga is 100 yen. Which I think right now it says 20% off. Oh, for Golden Week. It was 20% off for Golden Week. That's nice. Yeah, 100 yen right now is like, I want to say 75 or 74 cents US. Steel Ball Run. Okay. See, this is, I know, like, I grew up teenager, late 90s, early 2000s, getting into manga and anime, like a lot of my peers did. But there is a lot of stuff that I'm kind of ignorant on, so JoJo is one of them. I know of JoJo, I've played JoJo video games, and I've seen the art and everything everywhere, and I have friends that really love JoJo. I don't know much about it, but I do like the art style. It's very cool, it's very stylish, it's very distinct. You're not going to confuse it with anything else. We got some other stuff up here. You can see they've got no shortage of like Bleach and Naruto. Again, series I don't really know anything about. This stuff, Kimetsu no Yaiba. I know of this. I've never read it. I've never seen it. But as many of you know, I am a teacher. And most of my students are kids and teenagers. And they come into class with all kinds of Kimetsu no Yaiba stuff. This, though, one of my all-time favorites. It's got to be Yu Yu Hakusho. I like Yoshihiro Togashi manga in general and his anime. But yeah, Yu Yu Hakusho has long been one of my all-time favorites. It's got a nice kind of like small central cast, and now we get to watch me fight to get this back on the shelf. There you go. I found the technique. But I like that. I like that central, 4 cast of characters, and they've got the supporting characters around them. But mostly you're following the story of just, one character in particular, and then, the 3 other characters get their time to shine, and there's a lot of supporting characters. And it doesn't... I like that. I like a manga that really focuses and develops a small core group of characters, as opposed to having just tons and tons of characters everywhere at all times. Kinnikuman! And yeah, I know some Kinnikuman, aka... What did we call it in the States? Like Ultimate Muscle or something? And we had the figures, the Muscle Men. But Kinnikuman is hilarious, and I love all the references to old school pro wrestling, because back in the day, I was, I want to say when I was like between the ages of like 8 and 12, I was quite the pro wrestling fan. So I like the references to like 80s and early 90s wrestling. Now we got some games. Our PS3 games here, luckily, are divided by genre, which I've said this before, I like that. I like it when we have a genre distinction as opposed to just alphabetical. The Hokuto no Ken Musou game, pretty cool. Basically, you can take anything, make it Musou, and it's going to be pretty cool. I mean, what haven't they done it with? They've done it with Gundam, with Zelda, with Persona, to a certain extent, although Persona, it's not like a full-on, like, 100% Musou game. It's still an action RPG, but it is, it had the treatment, so to speak, and then just the regular Musou. Which, honestly, I'm not, like, big fan at all of, like, the Dynasty Warriors games. But other Musou stuff, I like. Like I said, I like Hokuto no Ken. I liked the Zelda Hyrule Warriors games. And Dragon Ball Z, something or other. I don't know. I haven't played Dragon Ball Z games recently. Yeah, Persona 5 Scramble. Oh, I don't remember what the title is in English, but the Japanese version was Scramble. And I enjoyed that quite a lot. Here, what do we got? We got some fighters here. A sort of like a... Is that? Yeah, like some sort of waifu fighter that I'm not familiar with. That's another thing. Yeah, my fighters, like, I go back to, you know, old school stuff, Street Fighter, King of Fighters, etc. But we got some DBZ, we got these Naruto games. Those sold like hotcakes. I'm not even mentioning the prices. 480 yen for this one. So that's in the area of like $4. So I suppose it isn't so bad. A lot of this stuff is not going to be too terribly expensive. We got the role-playing games here, so they got bunches and bunches of Final Fantasy, Kingdom Hearts, all that good stuff. We have this small selection of Wii games. This one, the Mario 25th anniversary, that's 700 some odd yen. That's cool. Okami for 480 yen. Basara 480, which I did not play the Wii version of these. I don't imagine, like, it's hard for me to imagine like a Musou kind of game being especially fun on the Wii. Dragon Quest Swords, didn't play it. Naruto something or other, didn't play it. Biohazard 4 on the Wii, didn't play it. I don't even really like Resident Evil 4, which I think some people are insulted, but I'm just like a classic Resident Evil guy. We got some Wii U, some Puyo Puyo. I'm a bigger fan of the, you know, the PS1 era Resident Evil games. And what were those ones? Revelations and whatnot. I like those a lot. Those are pretty cool. We've got some Vita stuff here. Adventure. I've learned that when it says adventure, what they really mean is it's like, it's more of a dating sim or something, a visual novel. We got some kind of Fate game here, which is cool. I've only ever played Fate's Unlimited Codes, but enjoyed it. Biohazard Revelations on the 3DS, speaking of. And the Biohazard Revelations collection on the Switch, I actually want to pick up sometime soon. Play through those games again, because it's been a while. It's been a while. Shooting, but of course on the shooting on the PS4 isn't what I want. Like, when I think shooting, I'm thinking of like shoot 'em ups, Gradius and R-Type. You pick up a shooting game on the PS4, it's like Call of Duty or something, which I don't give a damn about. Life is Strange 2, other cool stuff. We got some PS4 games here, lots of role-playing games, that's nice. All the Kingdom Hearts games, which again, I've only ever played the original. I have no idea what the hell's going on in any of the other ones. Some of these more like anime-ish looking games, you'll have to forgive me. PS4, this is where my ignorance really shines. Although Seiken Densetsu 3, Trials of Mana, that's cool. That's, what is that, 2,800 yen? So that's like, oh, not much more than 20 bucks, actually. It's a pretty good deal. Some Dragon Quest X, which I've never played because I'm not an MMO kind of guy. But I do love me some Dragon Quest XI, I'll tell you that much. We got Switch. This is something I'm more into now. We got some Persona 5 Royal, which I haven't played. I actually did not play Persona 5 at all. We've got some Hokuto no Ken. I guess it's... What the hell are you supposed to do with this? It's like some... I know you use like the little Joy-Cons for movement stuff. Maybe it's kind of like a fit game or something. Motion controls. Ugh. Not for me. No, thank you. I'm not a motion controls kind of guy. But what else we got here? We got all kinds of cool stuff, including this thing. Whatever the hell that is. Come on, Jim, what? Come on, we're looking at that, man. You put that away so fast. Puyo Puyo Esports. In case you like your esports, I personally don't. And then something else. Something adorable with lots of little characters in it. There you go. My review of that game. It's adorable, it's got characters. There you go. Bypassing PS5, I guess. Thanks, Jim. Again, I don't know shit about PS5, so you'll have to forgive me. Octopath Traveler 2, stuff like that. They actually have some brand new games in here, which is cool. Because usually you think of Book Off, you're thinking used games, this, that, and the other. But no, they get some brand new this and that. And hey, speaking of, 2,300 for the Biohazard Revelations collection, both games. And that's pretty good on that. We got the Capcom Fighting Collection. We've got some One Piece. I did my Capcom Fighting Collection video already. They're still selling it for $2,900. So that's probably in the neighborhood of like $23. Which I say is still a good deal on that, considering all the games you got in there. If you haven't already, go watch my Capcom Fighting Collection video. Shameless self-promotion. Some EDF. Very cool. Those EDF games are always like good, mindless fun. What is it, one of the Gal Guns? I know there's a fan base for Gal Gun out there. I myself am not the hugest comment, man. I'm not, you know, it's one of the weird things about me living in Japan is that I actually don't watch much anime or even really like modern anime waifu stuff. Little Witch Nobita or whatever it's called. I think I saw Happy Console Gamer mention that and said it was pretty cool. I've yet to try it though. But yeah, Revelations Unveiled Edition. Okay. Yeah, I didn't pick that up. I was gonna get where was I gonna get it from? I think I was gonna get it on Amazon, or I was gonna get the digital version. I'm pretty sure they have it just digitally. You can get it on the cloud. What can't you get on the cloud these days? Anyway, that's the book off in the beautiful neighborhood of Koenji. And just look at this. What a day, huh? Not a cloud in the sky. Just absolutely beautiful. So I went back to not get a cake, even though I really wanted to. No, we're going to go to Shin Koenji. We're going to get on the train. We're going to go home and enjoy the rest of our day in our beautiful neighborhood. But for all of you, I hope you enjoyed the video. Thanks for watching, and come back next time to our little neighborhood here. Goodbye.